Welcome into Duval Daily, presented by GenJag.com. I'm Jordan Lugo. Thanks so much for tuning in here on Monday, May 1st. Yes, we are already in the month of May. The 2023 NFL Draft has come and gone. And as we roll through the beginning part of this week, we're going to be grading each of the Jaguars draft picks. And we'll start out at the top of the draft here. But these grades you're going to see here and around the web, it is really way too early to be doing this. But people love this stuff, so I got to give the grades. Got to hand out the grades for sure. And now this is not instant reaction. Had the instant reaction thoughts immediately following the picks throughout the draft. This is not going to be uninformed or regurgitated from around the web. These are diving back into the film room, dive deeper into everything that these prospects are on and off the field. Think about the value of each of these picks, the potential other directions the Jaguars could have gone with these picks. All of that is going to be a factor when it comes to grading these Jaguars draft picks. And as I mentioned, we're going to start at the top. The Jaguars, they traded down from 24 overall to 25, from 25 to 27. We're not grading those trades right now. We've talked about the trades. We'll continue to talk about those trades. It's going to be a big subject after all. The Jaguars did end up making 13 draft picks, in large part due to the trade downs. But right now we're talking about Anton Harrison at 27 overall, 6'4", 315 pounds, 21 years old. Did not turn 21 until after his college football career had ended. Really interesting there. One of the youngest players in the 2023 NFL Draft, no doubt about it. Played mostly left tackle, almost exclusively left tackle at Oklahoma for the last 3 years, but did start one game in 2022 at right tackle where he looks and feels comfortable. He's talked about it. He told the Jaguars he can play anywhere on the offensive line. Anything they want him to do, he can do it. He looked comfortable playing right tackle. He says he's comfortable playing right tackle. And so I think you've got the versatility with this guy to play on either side of the ball. Big time pass protector, right? I shouldn't say either side of the ball. I should say either side of the offensive line, potentially at guard as well. They talked about him potentially being able to do that. But checking in on the tape, right? Big time pass protector. Allowed just one sack in 2022 on over 450 pass rush reps. Again, as a 20-year-old. Unbelievable. Super coordinated in his sets with his feet and with his hands. It all pairs up well together. It's in sync. Things look right for Anton Harrison in pass protection, whether he's vertical setting or quick setting or somewhere in between. And speaking of his hands, they're weapons. I mean, he uses them as weapons. He beats the crap out of his opponents at every opportunity with his hand fighting. He uses independent hands. He shows that regularly, understands how and when to pass off and change assignments. You love seeing that stuff. And he will absolutely bury some guys in the dirt with these advanced hand techniques and the athleticism and power he brings to the field. When he gets these guys with these hand techniques, some of them, he just ends up making them look incredibly lost on the field. He really does. Like, he's doing stuff that you see from NFL veterans at 20 years old. He's a hell of a blocker in space as well, which will play very well with the Jaguars' outside or wide zone rushing attack. You have Etienne and Bigsby running behind Anton Harrison and Britton Strange in space, the Jaguars' second-round pick who's a good blocker in space. That's just fun. That's all it is. It's fun. Anton Harrison, Britton Strange out in space in front of those guys. I think you could be looking at some magic there in that outside zone rushing attack. Anton Harrison was 9th overall on my board, so I love the value, obviously. Now, can he improve with consistency with his hands? Yes. Sometimes they're a little low, little late. Can he improve his ability to sustain blocks at the point of attack? Yeah, in the run game, absolutely, he can. But he's already showing signs of being a high-level pass protector on the edge with power, and that's an invaluable skill set to have on the offensive side of the ball. An offensive tackle, this is a position where there's very strict thresholds, athletically, physically, and he meets all those key thresholds. The length is there, 34 plus inch arms. The size is there. The athleticism is certainly there. You see that on tape and in his testing and on his on-field workouts at the combine. He's got all the goods there. All the typical, prototypical stuff you want from an offensive tackle. Anton Harrison has it within him. He's a fit for the Jaguars offense. It's really an awesome fit because from a talent perspective, what he brings to the field, the athleticism, the ability to block on the edge and in space, to get out and move and put the hurt on some secondary defenders, it's going to pair really well with Doug Peterson's offense, I think. Folks kind of complain that there isn't enough tape of him actually vertical setting at Oklahoma, but when he does vertical set, he looks damn good doing it. And the thing about the Jaguars, they run a lot of the same quick game stuff, a lot of get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, and not trick stuff, but, kind of gimmicky type of stuff. They do a lot of it. And so you're not going to vertical set a ton in the Jaguars offense. He's going to be, it looks like, the Jaguars starting right tackle to start the season, with Walker Little likely on the left side. That's kind of where Walker Little played in college, where he's had to fill in for Cam Robinson, and where he's looked good. So I think rolling with Walker Little while Cam Robinson is suspended at left tackle and putting Anton Harrison at right tackle, getting him used to and comfortable with being over there more often, I think makes a lot of sense. Now, did Cam's suspension play into this pick? Yes, I'd say it did. But I think the fact that Cam Robinson is an expensive player who the Jaguars have a team out with after the 2023 campaign, I think that played into it in a big way as well. This wasn't just the Jaguars panicking because they don't have Cam Robinson to start the season for whatever amount of games it is, whatever it ends up being, 4, 6, 8. I'm not sure what it's going to be for Cam Robinson. But I don't think this was just a panic pick. I think this was laying a foundation for the future and also addressing a present need. I think the Jaguars would probably like to get cheaper at tackle following the 2023 season to make way for some more of these contracts they're going to have to ink with these younger players like Trevor Lawrence, obviously, some of these defensive guys, Tyson Campbell, Andre Sisco. There's a whole bunch of young players that the Jaguars have drafted lately that are going to have to get paid. And so I think this helps lay the groundwork for that. The suspension may have been the end of Cam Robinson's starting in Jacksonville. He might now be relegated to a swing role if Walker Little and Anton Harrison perform at a high level in his stead. Cam Robinson might not ever get that starting job back. And again, the Jaguars have a team out following the 2023 season with Cam Robinson, meaning that they'll have the ability to release Cam Robinson if they choose and save a lot of money against the cap in 2024 and beyond. For me, looking at this pick, it is an A+. Need meets value in a beautiful way. Scheme fit like a glove. Harrison is young. He's athletic, has tremendous tape. He's a full effort player. He's a high character prospect. This was a home run pick for me, bar none. No question about it. Knocking it out of the park on day one is huge. That's what the Jaguars did for me here. It's an A+ for Anton Harrison coming to Jacksonville at 27 overall. Again, a top 10 grade in this class for me. Anton Harrison was. We're going to dive deep into each of these picks, each of these prospects, what they're bringing to Jacksonville, and give more of these grades throughout the rest of this week. But thank you so much for tuning in, Duval. You can hit me up on Twitter at Jordan DeLugo. Let me know what you think about the grade I gave Anton Harrison, an A+ at 27 overall. You can also tell me whatever you think about the rest of the grades in this class. Really appreciate y'all tuning in, Duval. Have a good one.